Oh man, look at this. Ryan's World, 37.8 million subscribers, 3,000 videos. His most popular video has 2 billion views. 2 billion. And the next popular video, 1.1 billion, 9 years ago. 2 billion. From 2 billion to 37,000 views. Can you compare? Can you even compare to 60,000, 77,000, averaging about, let's say, 100,000, 200,000, 271. But you have 37.8 million. Ladies and gents, all my friends, let's talk about Ryan's World. He was creating, back then, 8 years ago, he was a kid who was creating toy videos or review unboxing videos for other kids. Now he's 13 years old, he's gonna be 14 soon, he's gonna be a teenager. How do you expect a teenager to behave like a 2 or 3 years old? And it's not like he actually wants to do this, because unfortunately, if you look at most of the videos, so-called interview with Ryan, it's not even interviewing him, it's his mom and dad. It's his parents who's been milking him for an entire generation. I don't know, they're not gonna stop. It's ridiculous. This dude has won, I don't know, Grammys and whatever, man. This guy was on DJ Khaled was, look at this here. Man, this guy, are you kidding me? Meet YouTube's richest 12-year-old, Ryan's World. All right, this was the interview actually. And I don't see a reason, because yeah, look at this. Doesn't even look like a 4-year-old kid anymore. Yet he's creating. I don't know what's their plan, what they plan, like moving forward. Because how long do you think he can create unboxing and all these toy-related videos? I'm just gonna read on the comments. You can see everything what people think. It's gonna blow your mind, right? So I came across this video, and then I came across another video. It says Ryan's World is crumbling, and the comments are pretty interesting and brutal. I'm not gonna play any of these videos because again, makes no sense. However, one small part. Why? Look at this here.
Whoa, it's a Red Titan comic book. I better put this back before it falls into the wrong hands. I know just the place.
And do I blame Ryan?
How do you expect? And do I blame Ryan? No. How?
No, I blame his parents, because obviously
he's blame his parents. He's not even, he can't consign. Like he can't, so he's powerless. How do you expect? Like imagine me literally doing unboxing on kids' toy, and well, I could do that, but again, I cannot talk like the way. How can you still talk like a 2-year-old when you're 14, 15-year-old, right? It doesn't add up. It's crazy, all right? And check this out. Why did Ryan's World mom go to jail? His mom apparently went to jail for stealing. Mom of Ryan Kaji, star of Ryan, once jailed for shoplifting. Naira Land, the mother of Ryan 7, who earned 22 million last year through his YouTube channel, Ryan's Toy Reviews, convicted criminal who was jailed for shoplifting. I don't know why people are even Googling these things, man. How old is Ryan's World? Okay, he aged 12 years old. All right, 12. Child actor. How long do you think he's going to stay as child actor? Are Ryan's World parents divorced? In a recent announcement, revealed that they have decided to part ways after... No. Wait, so how are you going to split this thing now? How are you going to split the cash, the whole generational wealth? What do Ryan's parents do for a living? To hear his parents tell it, the family stumbled into YouTube superstardom by chance. Loan immigrated from Vietnam when she was 6, while Xion came from Japan at 15. Loan was a high school chemistry teacher, and Xion, all right, when they had Ryan. And voila, $1 billion prodigy, isn't it? This is very disappointing. What did Ryan's parents do before YouTube? All right, his parents worked as professionals. Both Xion and Loan attended okay, I get it. But what did they do though? Okay, Loan became a high school chemistry teacher and structured engineer. And they structured the whole YouTube channel in such a way. Anyways, I don't want to read into all this unnecessarily. Is Ryan's World good for kids? We suggest that Ryan's World is child-friendly. There's a lot of product placement in Ryan's World content, so be sure to discuss with the child. All right, I'm not going to get into this. I'm actually going to check on the comments here, real, because you can see it's pretty brutal. Let the boy, Ryan, speak, y'all, and give him a chance to say a word. Let me tell you, just for context. I discovered Ryan's channel, all right? Literally. I had my first YouTube channel was around 2008, 9. I did a couple of videos. And it was all over the place. Internet marketing, hustlers, this, that, workout, fitness, whatever. I came across this video and I was like kind of a little jealous, right? I was like, man, if I was a kid, I would have done this, honestly. This unboxing toys and stuff, you know? It's just that out of some sort of satisfaction unboxing, reviewing products, right? And most of you may know or may not know, most likely you don't know, I unbox mostly for Amazon and stuff right now, right? I have another channel where I actually unbox products, which is pretty much everything, not just tech. And there's another dude, Marcus Brown. He wasn't even there that time, okay? He's a tech reviewer. But I always had this so-called passion, right? I do multiple style videos and whatnot. But if I really had to rate out of all, yeah, I like the straightforward rant and whatnot. But again, the closest thing that comes to this is the unboxing and reviewing products and demo products. It's just so much fun. I can talk about it. I don't know why. So when I saw Ryan's thing, he was doing this and getting so much of views. And my channel was barely doing anything. So I was like, man, yeah, that's when I actually noticed, like discovered Ryan a long time back. And seeing all the way, like after almost, decade, yeah, like at least 7-8 years later, when you look at this, I'm like, dude, this guy's grown up. He's a teenager. If you look at his face, he's probably going to have a mustache very soon. And he has to shave. Keep it, he can't even grow beard and anything because he's still trying to be relevant to the 2-3-year-olds, right? It's kind of weird. The point is, maybe you can still unbox and all as an adult, but be an adult. But if you still behave like a 2-year-old kid, hey, this is so cool. Oh, look at this. That's a little disturbing. I'm just saying, that's my point of view, okay? You're not even letting this guy grow. I feel bad for him, man. I recently found this channel, and I firmly believe this is some of the best content on the platform. Okay, no, that's not the right one. I interviewed Ryan. I interviewed Ryan's parents. Let my boy Ryan speak, y'all. Ain't given him a chance to say a word. Imagine having to sit there and nod your head while watching your parents talk at your own interview. I feel like in 20 years, we will see a Netflix doc about how his parents robbed him blind, pushed him for more and more content, and he becomes an addict and loses everything. That's gonna be sad to see that. Ryan seems like the type of person to expose his parents in 10 years. Imagine, man, I'm serious. Like, once he grows up, I don't know the relationship he has with his parents and whatnot, but once he grows up and if he has all this grudge, he would take it out in whatever way, right? Unfiltered way. Hey, man, I was held, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't do this because of this. Now he can't say anything. He's under, oh my God. I wonder if when he gets older, he'll become a lot more unfiltered about how he feels. Next time we need an interview with only Ryan. Bro, let bro talk. And back then, when I even watched some of his videos, I literally seen his parents direct most of the stuff. I think in one of the other interviews, they said that he doesn't do much. He just follows the order. He follows order, whatever this. It's pretty wild. So literally, the parents are milking him, right? I mean, they could literally start another channel of their own if they wanted to do something, right? They could literally even use his channel to promote their channel if they wanted to. Still a little less evil. But this is kind of really, really brutal, man. Look at this here. While he's also present, I imagine this story is going to be a lot darker. We want to see him interviewed alone so we get how he actually feels about his personal level. Exactly. Personal level, right? This will become a Netflix. But isn't he allowed to speak for himself? Of course he is. They're doing this because of some so-called legal liabilities or whatever, the parents. He's definitely allowed. I mean, isn't he? Or do you have to be 14 or 18 years old to be to interview? Like, I don't understand. Ryan never smiles throughout the whole interview. Pretty disappointing, isn't it? You can see, look at this here. You can see how uncomfortable he is and how much he's fidgeting whenever they talk about summer camp. Just when he says this feels like an actual call for help, as this is what he's presumably constantly going through. I didn't really like it, but I just pushed through because my mom said keep going and it'll be worth it in the end. And I got into school and I went for. I'm not seeing anyone talk about this part. What she says here about rather not to play if she's gonna lose. And I'm actually gonna check this part here. All right, you ready? This is 43 minutes, 43, 45, and 47.
Creative ways they've been able to make the production or make videos work while allowing Ryan to have like a childhood that's similar to other kids.
Even this movie, right? They were able to be very accommodating. He goes to summer camp and we said he can only film before summer camp or after summer camp. We will not pull him out of summer camp to do this project. And they're...
I mean, you can definitely see the body language there. You see these? Sure, anybody could do it. But if you really, that makes sense. Wow, okay.
Very understanding, and that's why we love working with them, because they also value...
Like he wants to say something, and he's not able to say, Mostly because he was told, hey, don't say anything until we... This is controlled.
his time as much as we value his time. And they made it work. I mean, I'm sure behind the scene, they were very stressed out, right? Trying to make everything work within a very limited time that we gave them. So they pulled through. So
Ryan, did you ever want to be like spend more time making the videos? Because I remember being a kid, I was like, oh my god, like maybe it's because I was growing up in the Midwest. I was like, Hollywood movies, like I want to see what that's all about, even though I had no idea. Like, did you ever tell your parents like, no, I want to be in more videos, I want to do more?
I think when I was a kid, I had lots of fun doing the video.
It's like, this guy's so careful. Like, he has to be so cautious. Like, okay, I want to make sure that he says what I want him to say. I don't know, man. I'm just literally, I'm not trying to be an evil, sinister.
Videos like with my sisters and with my parents, because like it's just really engaging and fun.
Was it some sort of sign? Yeah? No, I'm just saying. What was that? What was a gesture? Like, hey, stop speaking. No, I'm serious. What was that?
It's just really engaging and fun for me, and I loved like making the videos because I got to like play with the toys and talk to camera, play with my sisters. It's just really fun throughout the
Because
whole
they're agreeing with him right now. You can see the nod.
video.
You know, they say parents learn a lot from their kids, and obviously, like kids learn a lot from their parents. I'm curious, Ryan, what's one thing you've learned from your parents as you guys have grown a family, a business together? And what's one thing, Sean and Luann, you guys have learned from each other or from Ryan?
Well, one thing I've learned from my mom is that she always tells me to like persevere and to never give up on my goals, and that's just stuck with me, and that's very good advice. And one thing from my dad is like to be like an honest person and do the right things in my life.
What's a goal that you have right now?
I mean, I want to get better at tennis because I really like playing it.
Yeah. And what's a moment that you persevered and your mom gave you that advice?
Maybe when I was studying for my SSAT so I could get into a school in Hawaii. I didn't really like it, but I just pushed through because my mom said, like, keep going, and then it'll be worth it in the end. And I got into the school that I went for, so.
Wow. I was expecting you to say something YouTube related. Like, like the video got a 10 out of 10, it didn't do well. Like,
I was expecting you to say something related to YouTube video. You got a 10 out of 10, didn't do well. I'm not going to play this whole
really
thing.
refreshing to hear that. Do you ever look
I
at
wanted
the
to play
YouTube
that
Studio app?
49
Or do you ever
part,
think about the
47.
views of the videos? Or
No, I never really look at the analytics.
yeah, do you guys?
We do, yeah. I mean, but you know, we want to make sure he only exposed to the fun part of the YouTube in filming. So
See this thing? As soon as they talked about the YouTube whatever part, this guy took over. I mean, his dad and parents mostly. And he probably
all the
wanted to say
boring stuff,
something,
like
but
looking at analytics, studying it, and managing, you know, the team. It's we were trying to take that role.
Yeah. And what about you guys? What's one thing you've learned from Ryan or from each other?
what I love about Sean and Ryan is that, I mean, I always tell them to don't give up, but I'm so glad that they always take my advice and not.
ah, man, I don't want to play this. It's just getting out of hand boring. I actually want to check on the comments on the other one real quick. Imagine now checking on some of these videos just to see that people are trolling. Hey, man, why are you still creating this? And one comment, let me see if I can find it here. Once he grows up, right? When he watches his videos, some other stuff, like let's say he's still doing cringeworthy videos, like so-called, like he's 16, and he's still doing child videos, and he grows up to like 20 something, 21. He looks back on his older videos. That will make you feel, man, that's painful, right? I mean, I sometimes look at my videos, I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have drunk, or look at this, I could do so much better. Just saying, when you do something embarrassing, and when you're a young kid, but especially when you're controlled, it's not even your fault, that's pretty wild. He's gonna have a tough time, man. I feel bad for Ryan, honestly. Like, the dude made it so big, generational wealth. This guy's only 12 years old. Can't you even imagine? I mean, dude, if he utilizes the money, the funds, and everything properly, literally could do so much more right now with all the stuff he has. I don't know why. What's the idea? What are they thinking? The process that goes behind their mom and dad. Like, what are they thinking? What are their plans? $1 trillion. Like, what do they want to do? Venture out to what? It's sad. It's sad. Maybe they should deal with some financial advisors or some, not get scammed, but take professional advice or something, right? I can feel that once he's older, Ryan will make a viral video about how insufferable his childhood was. The biggest problem with child stars is they're going to grow up, which will make them lose their fame. Yeah, as a child artist, basically. Yeah, Ryan's adult to review. It's going to be wild. Normal people begging their parents for money. Ryan, his parents begging him for money. Nah, Ryan being held on gunpoint. Act like a 7-year-old, review these toys. Channel. I feel bad for Ryan. No one's childhood should be stripped away from them. And then not letting them grow up. That's sick. For anyone wondering the game in the background, the fact a 13-year-old can retire before an actual adult is wild. Yeah, wild. And not only him retiring, he could literally retire his own entire family and everyone around him. That's the situation, man. When he retires, he'll come back as Ryan's drug, weed, and alcohol reviews. Man, just being sarcastic. I hope not. I hope not. What's so crazy is his younger siblings who can take his place. Oh, he has younger siblings. Yeah, but they could take his place, but then that Ryan's world would not be the same anymore. Basically, you might still not get the same views. It's not the same person. And you remove the main personality, the main character from that movie. It's still not the same, man. It's like a pilot. You try, it doesn't work, okay. I feel so bad for Ryan. He doesn't look happy anymore. He looks so depressed. They're gonna make this till he's 90. Deadpool, probably. What's sad is he isn't protected like Hollywood kid actors where a portion of the money they make gets pushed aside for when they're 18. Ryan's parents got to keep all of the money and control it. Did they ever ask in any of the interviews, like, hey, what's up with the money? Yeah, the finance side, nobody wants to discuss. How do you deal with the finance for the channel? That's my question. If Ryan doesn't film, I know his parents ain't gonna let him eat. Wow. Look at all the comments here. Literally, I'm not even kidding. The document in 7 years is gonna be crazy. His voice dropped. His parents need to accept it. It's over. Ryan looks exhausted. Bro needs a break. I've heard that depression stems from feeling of having no control over your life. I think of that. Ryan Adult Toy Review is the solution of this problem. And Ryan's Adult Toy Review. He's gonna reach a point where he realizes his childhood was stripped from him, turned to drugs, legal battles with his parents, and ultimately rescind his previous life. We have seen that happen though, right? Parents actually filing lawsuit. That's one of the worst things you can imagine. But we have seen this happen. Parents come out like suckers. Later, the kid discovers it and wants to grow up and like, hey, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. You destroyed my childhood. You destroyed this and this, and also you kept all my money. I want my money now, right? For all the fame and what. Anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think his next move should be? Like, seriously. Like, what do you think? How can he pivot from this? I'm just curious to know your ideas, right? Anyways, Ryan's world is crumbling and it's sad to see that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like what you see. And I'll do a follow-up in the future just to see where Ryan goes. Because this is going to be an interesting thing to watch, like a documentary. All right, I'm out.